Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a January 2020 favorites video. I really want to be more consistent with favorites videos in 2020 and I'm a little bit late, but I'm still doing it. So I want to go over some products that I have been using the most this past month. I need to admit that some of these, and I will go through all of them, are not like, oh my God, this is my new holy grail product. Some of these are like, this is pretty good and I've been using it all month, thought it was worth mentioning. You'll see. I will go over everything. Let's get started. So some of these products you saw in a recent video of mine, which is get ready with me trying new makeup or something like that. I'll leave it listed down below. But one of the products that I tried in that video and that I've had previously is a product from MAC. This is a bronzer called Give Me Sun. And I mentioned in that video, and I'll mention here, that I used to have this bronzer a long time ago. I ran out of it probably the end of 2018, and I didn't have it for just about like an entire year, and I really missed it. So I picked this up. I've been using it again. I love this bronzer. I absolutely love it. This is in my top 3 favorite bronzers of my entire life. The only thing is, right now, with the state of paleness that I am, this is a little too warm. I still wear it. I still love it. I use a lighter hand. I just think this looks a little bit better on me or on anyone when they have a little bit more color to their skin versus this. So I still use it. I still love it. It's in my favorites video. I am just so happy to have it back in my collection. It is such a smooth, blendable, stunning, warm bronzer, and I do really love it, and I am, like I said, just so happy to have bought it again. Another product that I tried for the first time in that previous video is a blush. This is from ColourPop. It's a Kathleen Lights collaboration. This is a blush in the shade I Need Space. Comes in a little compact like this, and I'm wearing this right now. This is a product that I don't think is like, holy crap, I can't believe my eyes. This is the most beautiful blush I've ever tried. Okay, it's not that dramatic, but I do like it. I do think that it's a very nice blush, and I have been grabbing for it a lot this month. So this is a swatch of it. It's kind of like a perfect mix between pink and peach, a little bit of nude in there, and it does have a very slight sheen to it. I bought this blush because I was under the impression that it was a lot more sheeny and like kind of shiny than it actually is. It just has a very slight sheen, so it's not as glowy as I wanted it to be, but it is a nice everyday color. I do like it. Like I said, I've been wearing it a lot this month, so I thought I'd include it. It may be worth trying out for yourself as well. There are 2 foundations that I have been wearing all month long, and I bet you can guess one of them. It's the L'Oreal Pro Glow. Guys, I'm not gonna stop talking about this. I will mention it in every favorites video if I have to. Don't care. It is such a good foundation for normal to dry skin, and I am a little bit more on the dry side, as we all probably know by now. My shade is 202, and it is a perfect shade for me. This makes my skin look so creamy and flawless. It gives me such nice coverage. I get this to almost full coverage, and I absolutely love it. It also does have an SPF of 15 in it. It's not that impressive, but it's kind of nice to have. I just absolutely can't get enough of that foundation. And another foundation, also from L'Oreal, is their Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Now, this has been out for a while. This was in a lot of people's like 2019 favorites. I absolutely love the packaging from this, by the way, like the glass bottle, the pump, I really like it. My shade is 425, that matches me right now. This has SPF of 25 in it, so a little bit better. But yeah, I've had this for a while. I had it, I think, like all of 2019 pretty much, and it worked. But even when I had more oily skin, I felt like the minute I set it, it started looking dry and kind of cakey. even when I was oily, which is kind of weird to me. It is a little bit more of a like natural matte finish. So since I've had more dry skin, I thought for sure this is gonna be way too dry for me. It's not gonna work, I'm gonna hate it. But for whatever reason, I decided to try it again this month. And when I do not set this foundation, okay, I'm smirking because holy crap, I always set my foundation with typically a loose powder. Every foundation I own, I set. I don't not set. Like, can I get this across anymore? But when I did not set this foundation, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So if you have tried this foundation, maybe you have a little bit more dry skin and you're scared to try it, whatever the case may be, try not setting it and see what you think. My powder products, like my bronzer, my blush, everything went on top of it perfectly. I did not have any grabbing, any clumping, any patchiness, because this foundation does dry down enough to where I feel like you don't really need powder on top. So I've been amazed. It is also pretty full coverage. If I had to pick one of these two, I guess I would probably pick this one because I do love the creaminess that it gives my skin, but I'm actually wearing this one right now and it is a little bit more matte, but I still love how my skin looks. I think it looks so good. L'Oreal really apparently knows what they're doing with foundations, and I'm so happy to have both of those in my collection. Last, for the face, I have a highlighter. This is definitely an older product. I've had this for quite a while, but sometimes you go through your collection and you're just like, what haven't I used in a long time? And then you start using it and you're like, dang, like this is actually really good. And that's what happened this month. I'm talking about a highlighter from Makeup Forever. This is their Pro Light Fusion Undetectable Luminizer. And I believe this is in the shade 1. It's kind of like a iridescent, very light pink highlight, and I will swatch it for you. It's also what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. You can get this to be pretty bright. As you can see, it has a pretty light colored base to it. So if you're very, very tan or even dark skin tone, this may be too light, but they do have a like goldeny color that I think would look so nice. And maybe when I'm more tan, I can pick that one up. But I just like how this looks on my skin. I think it looks very smooth. I like the color is a little bit different. It's not just straight champagne, which I love a good champagne highlighter, but it has a little bit of something different to it. So I've been really liking it, and I'm glad that I'm getting more use out of it, specifically in the month of January than I have in past months. Let's go with eyeliner. So the eyeliner that I have for my wing today, not anything too dramatic, just a little one, is a liner, liquid liner that I used to have and I repurchased this month. And it is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. However, this is the waterproof version. If you can see, there's little like water specks all over the bottle, which is actually really nice. Like, I really like that idea of packaging. It's really cool to differentiate from the regular non-waterproof version. And it's in Black is Black. And I really do like this eyeliner because, number one, I think it's like $10 to $12, which is relatively reasonable considering other prices from higher end products. This has a brush tip applicator that goes to a point. I love the flexibility of a brush tip versus a felt tip. I also find with felt tip liners specifically, sometimes at the tip, they can kind of like, after you use them, it can kind of ball up to where it's not a perfect point anymore. And what is the point if it's not gonna be pointy and get you a nice sharp wing? So I do like brush tips in general, and I do like this brush tip. Only thing I can say about this eyeliner that annoys me just a little bit is that it does not dry completely matte. I have to go over this with a matte pencil liner to get the matte finish that I want. It's not like a glitter or like a super high shine or reflective, but it does dry with almost like a satin or like sheen to it, which I just don't want. I want matte, 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 matte all day long with my liners. So that's the only thing, but because of the price point, I can get over it. And I could always buy a matte liquid liner to go on top of it, but I just love the point that I can get with a wing with this format. The other eyeliner, brand new product out on the market, and definitely as you can imagine, brand new to me, is from Fenty Beauty. I picked this up on a whim and I was totally prepared to return it if it did not blow my mind because it is a higher end product. And it's just, to me, not very fun to spend, I don't know, like $20 or something on a black eyeliner. Like, it just doesn't get me excited. So I did it anyways because I was desperate. I, especially this month, for some reason, have been using a black liner for my upper waterline or my tight line. I have had day after day after day problems with eyeliners getting on my contacts. And when they get on your contacts, if you're not familiar with the nightmare that this is, you basically have to take your contacts out, re-rinse them in solution, and put them back in. Well, I would do that and then it would still happen. Like, literally, I would end up having to take a Q-tip, remove the eyeliner that I put on just so I could freaking see. Like, this was a nonstop issue like every single day for me, unless I didn't wear eyeliner that day, obviously. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore. I'm either not wearing black eyeliner on my tight line literally ever again, or I need to find a new solution. So, long story longer, I was going to buy the Marc Jacobs liner because a lot of people talk about that one staying a long time, blah, 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 blah. They love it. It's raved about. However, when this came out, even though there was only a few reviews, I read a review that said this is actually longer lasting than the Marc Jacobs eyeliner. So I was like, okay, cool. And it's a brand new product. And look at the packaging. It's like a metallic lavender shade. Absolutely love it. And I, like I mentioned, just got the black. This is what the tip looks like. It is retractable. And I have been very impressed with this. I have used this and I have right now on my waterline, well, on my waterline and on my tight line. This has not transferred to my contacts and it has lasted a very long time. I have not done a proper wear test to where I can say like, hey guys, it lasted 14 hours and it was still there. But I have noticed when I've looked in the mirror halfway through the day, towards the end of the day, and I've just been like, oh yeah, how's my eyeliner looking? It's like, yes, it's maybe faded a little bit on my tight line, but it is still there. Like, I can still see it. More importantly to me, it has not transferred to my contacts. Like, I like to see, I don't want to wreck my car. Let's get things done with our eyes throughout the day. That type of thing, you get it? So I'm just super impressed with this. I think it was worth the money. And they have a lot of shades, so if you're into a more fun color, then check out Fenty Beauty. So another product that I tried that I've been using all month is from ColourPop. This is their hyaluronic acid setting mist in the shade, not in the shade, Jesus Christ. In the line Pretty Fresh. Isn't Pretty Fresh like a new line for them? This is the setting spray. I didn't use all of this. I poured some of it in a travel size container. So that kind of proves how much I liked it if I was willing to take it with me traveling. But I'll show you the spray. Really, really, really super fine mist, high quality mist, which I appreciate. Has a really nice, gentle coconut smell. And mostly why I think this is worth mentioning is the price point. I mean, guys, that matters to me. I think this was like $10, which is really good for a setting spray. And it does rehydrate my skin. It does set my powders on my skin very well. Now, I do not think it is necessarily better than like the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, but this is about $15, so you could get more of a deal here. But mostly, like I said, I think it's a very good spray. I have used it all month and I wanted to mention it. Now, this is a product that I got in a BoxyCharm of all things, and I have kept it in my drawer with my other lip glosses, have not really thought that much about it, picked it up one day and was like, oh, I now am using this almost every single day. I notice myself grabbing for it, and in my opinion, that makes it worth mentioning in this video. This is from Dominique Cosmetics, who is actually an influencer, I think on both YouTube and Instagram. She has her own brand, and this is a lip gloss from the Lemonade collection, and this is in the shade Strawberry Lemonade. I don't know if they have this shade still, but I really like the formula. I'm wearing it right now. I mean, I love the color. It's a very like soft, sheer, like everyday pinkish shade. So you can see it there, but it is, like I said, very sheer. So you don't see like a ton of pink on your lips, but the formula is really good. Like, I don't know if I like this more than like the Fenty Beauty gloss, But I think if you're in the mood for another lip gloss, like buying another lip gloss and adding it to your collection, I like this a lot. Like this has a formula that is very shiny, very like gel-like, and just smoothing and kind of lasts a long time on your lips. Like I'm always like surprised at the wear time I get, the shine time that I get with this lip gloss, which I think is really nice. And I'm just impressed with it. And like I said, when you notice yourself using a product day after day after day after day, it's like, okay, maybe I should mention it with, I don't know, my makeup channel. So I really like it. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the taste and the smell is a very soft vanilla, and it's really pleasant experience. And lastly, one of the products that I was most excited about, I will put a little thing on the screen because one's in my purse, one's in my nightstand. I'm not to be bothered with this, are the Bite Beauty Agave lip masks. I have been using the regular clear in the tube agave lip mask for a couple of years now. I have a tube that I'm like running so low on, so I went to Sephora and I know that they came out with a newer formula that is now completely vegan. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they only had to remove like one ingredient, which was, I think it's called lanolin, from the product. So I don't think it's like a brand new, huge new formula. Like I think it's like, hey guys, we removed one ingredient and added something else in instead. It's basically the same exact formula as far as texture. The smell is maybe a little bit different, but still pleasant. It feels exactly the same thickness, same consistency. Like it basically is the same thing. So if you're wondering, I love it exactly as much as I did the old one. So as you can tell, I bought the new one. I love this product so much, I had to have the pinkish tint one to wear during the day. I use the clear one at night every single night, and I bought the pink one so that I can use that one during the day. And I've been wearing that when I haven't been wearing the lip gloss every single day, and I love it. I love the shade of the pink. I love the smell. I love how it lasts on your lips. It is a very thick product. So this is not like a light little sheer oily gloss. Like, no, this is something that is thick because it is a treatment. It really is a mask. I think that word is sufficient. So don't go into it thinking, like I said, that you're getting just like a sheer little oil. This is something that is going to stay on your lips. If you have chronically dry lips, if you need something that's going to last, that's going to stay, that is going to treat your lips, look no further. The only thing about it is I think the product is like $26 or something. So did I spend basically $50 on 2 lip balms? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes, I love them. Hope you guys check them out for yourself. And I hope you guys check out other products that I talked about in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for the 8,000 subscribers, by the way. I know that is such a tiny accomplishment or goal to have compared to these mega influencer channels, but it's still pretty amazing. I just hit 8,000 today when I'm filming this, and it felt really good. I'm so happy, and I really appreciate it. If you're here and you thought to click subscribe, like that's a big deal to me. So thank you so much, and please, if you haven't already, also subscribe. If you don't mind, click the thumbs up button. It helps out my channel, and also comment. I really love responding to comments. I do appreciate every one of you being here, and I will see you very soon again in my next video. Okay, bye.